Well, hey there, YouTube, fellow silver stackers, silver pourers, silver enthusiasts. AG Ender back with you again. And I'm going to do at least one pour, maybe two today, maybe a few more if I can think of a couple other shapes to do. But I've been kind of got a head start a little bit. I melted down half of one of those 10-ounce bars, just kind of let it drip into the dish and then poured it into other random molds. So I got a little over 5 ounces here and another right around 5 here because I had some extra from the previous pour. So we'll get that all sorted out. Like I said, get this melted up the rest of the way, or melted down, however you want to word it, and then we will do a pour. So I will come right back in a moment. So we're ready for the first pour here. I will probably have some extra left in here. It's not going to be this full amount just yet, but we'll get this first pour done and start getting the mold burned out. I don't know if you can quite see it, but that is in the shape of Idaho. So we will see how this turns out in the way of my first attempt at a state mold. Now I'm going to have to try and fill this a little bit more. I guess it will take all of it. Well, here's how the first pour turned out. Not too much burned on the back just because the way this was on the first pour. So we'll do one more and see how big this ends up being. This is probably going to be pushing 6 ounces, so who knows? We'll see what happens. May even melt this back down and figure out some smaller shapes to do. But we're in the process of learning, so I will come back and show you what I come up with. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the camera running a little bit here, but I don't know if I've got enough heat to get this much silver melted in one shot. So I just might have to bail out on this larger mold and see if I can come up with a smaller one. We're not quite the pouring temp. We're pretty much all melted here. Get a second torch on it here, see how much that helps. We're almost there. I'm going to have to be quick when I turn this second torch off. Alright, get that off and let's pour. There is a spot here that didn't quite get silver in it. I'm going to try and pour this little bit in there. We'll see how things turned out. Got this little piece off of there. And I will come back after that burns off and we'll see how it looks. But like I said, I'm not too optimistic right now since I don't like how the top ended up. But you never know, and may be okay once the fire goes away and we cool it off. So we shall see. I will be right back. So I did go ahead and re-pour that. As you can see, it's cooling off right now. But I'm going to go ahead and pour a Zelda shield here real quick and show you that. So I will be right back. And there is why I re-poured it again. Tough to see, but it's sizzling up and causing it to not quite do what I want it to. I'll show you what it looks like here when I'm done, but I'll get this bit of silver here melted and ready for the pour and come right back. Well, I missed the Zelda pour. It was ready and I just kind of slipped my mind, but it turned out nice. We'll get it polished up and stamped and weighed. As for this one here, here's that spot where it started to bubble up and made a weird little, I don't know what you want to call it there, little knob kind of thing. So, the rest of it's nice and smooth though, so I think that will do. But here you go, there's the Idaho with the burnout on it. So, while we're running right now, let's go ahead and get these weighed up. Got the Zelda shield is 2.01 ounces. And then this Idaho here is 5.73 ounces. There are those two. I will get them cleaned up and show you what they look like then. I will look at doing another pour. I don't know what just yet, but we will do something else. I've got a little bit left here. Let's see how much. Oops. You can't really see it there, but it's another 2.52 ounces. So we'll figure out something to pour that. Maybe do another one of these tombstones. Maybe I'll make a new one and get that routed out and done. We'll see here. But for now, I will get things cleaned up and ready for another pour. I will be right back with that. So I did make a new tombstone and I did skip the first burnout pour. We'll see how the second one turns out. Figured I'd save a little bit of time for everybody and not include that one. This is almost ready here to pour. I do think when I got this new dish ready, I got a little bit too much borax in there since I keep getting it to puddle up on top, but most of it I'm able to kind of swish around the dish and get it out. But it looks like we're ready, so let's do this second pour. Didn't quite take all of it, so we'll melt this up into a little bead. Let that burn out, and I will come right back and show you what it looks like. So while that one cools, I'll show you here what I was doing to melt them down. Since this ended up being a little bit easier than wrenching on them in the vise. Get a second torch on it here. And like you see, I'm basically just melting it down. I'll use the pliers there, pick it up and move it around, try and get a few ounces in there and then pour it into the small mold. So I've got some little fractional pieces I can make the right size if I want an exact size out of. So we'll melt this down a little bit and come back when I'm ready to pour and show you the little pieces. So I will see you then. This is ready to pour. The other piece is still really hot. I didn't do anything with it yet, but we'll pour this into some small molds here. Not quite ready to pour, but we're close. Now with each pour I do get a little bit more of the borax spread around so there's not as much left over on the bar after it cools. Now we'll go and pour a little bit and then heat it back up. So, there are those. I'll do a couple more and that might do it for the day. We'll see here in a moment what I decide to do. Getting a little bit more of this big bar melted down. I think I'm going to pour a 2-ounce bar. I haven't done that for a while, so we'll see how things turn out with that. and the rest will see what happens. So I will see you in a moment when I'm ready to pour the 2-ounce bar. So we're ready for that 2-ounce bar. I don't know if this complete amount of silver is at pouring temp, but enough is for this pour. So here we go. We will have to do that again. That didn't quite turn out how I wanted it to. We'll drop that in the water and I'll come back in a moment. Let's pour for a 2-ounce bar. See how this one turns out. It's really cool and quick on me. So I'm not really going to get any lines in these, so I'm not sure if I want to keep them or not. I did get some lines in that one, so I'm going to have to do a little torch work on some of these if I want to keep the lines. Here's how that first one turned out. I didn't quite get it even pour, but I did get an even pour on this one. However, like I said, it didn't really cool with any sort of line. Though the little lightning bar I did, that one has some nice lines to it. Except it's got a little bit of borax right on the line. So we may redo that one anyways. Most of these I was doing just to get smaller pieces to deal with. So I will come back in a moment with all these small pieces and pieces in there and one more pour for that tombstone. And I will be right back for the last tombstone pour. Alright, here we go for the next tombstone pour. Looks like that'll turn out well. I am going to do one more of the 2-ounce bars and see if I can get that definition a little more to my liking. So I will show you that pour here in a moment. Alright, looks like we're ready, so here we go. Get this last little bit out of the dish. And check everything out. I still don't know if I like this bar I just did. It is still not quite giving me the lines I was hoping for, but we shall see in a moment, and I will come back after I get everything cooled off and ready to show. So there's everything I did just now, all the little pieces, so I can pick out some different sizes, and little teeny tiny pieces here. You can kind of see them rolling around there and right here. But here's that tombstone. Nice look to it, so we'll get this polished up. This one's good to go with the others. As for the two bigger bars I did, it's not too bad, but it's might hit it with a little polish, see what it looks like, and then show you all that one. Not going to take too much time on it because it didn't quite come out as planned. Nor I don't think did this one, but hit this with a little polish and see what's all the little white area comes out, how it looks. And here's the one that I did like, other than this stuff here at the bottom, which I can kind of scratch off a bit with my fingernails there. But like you see, it did come out with some nice lines. So I'll get things polished up and have a wrap up for you. So I will see you in a moment. So we're pretty much done. I might give these one more polish, but that will do it. Now in here, I got the little pieces in there, a little over 3 ounces worth. We'll figure out something to do with those later. As for the pours here Here's that little lightning bolt bar. That is tough to see, but 1.9 or 19 ounces. I don't know if anyone's interested in that or not. If so, I will get it stamped up and ready to go. We'll figure something out for that. If not, then it will turn into something else down the road, just not today. Here's one of the smaller bars I tried that it's got a few little pore lines here, but not quite to the extent that I was looking for. That's at 2.37 ounces. Though, again, if anyone's interested, let me know and we'll get that marked up and sent out. The next one's a little bit bigger. That's 3.37. This one's got a few more pore lines to it. And again, these last two, they can be cleaned up a little bit more. I just kind of did a quick polish to get them at least looking a little better so I could see what the lines looked like. Here is another Zelda shield, 2 ounces on the nose. There's that one. There's number 18, which it is spoken for. I will have to contact the individual who wishes to get that, but that is done. I can definitely make more of those. If anyone's interested, please feel free to let me know. Here is the tombstone, which could use a little bit more polishing. There's the burned outside, and like you see, 2.43 ounces. And then here on the Idaho, I just got to wash off some of this polish and maybe hit it one more time with the polish, but we'll see. Here's that side, and then of course the burnout side and right way up, so it looks like Idaho, the direction it should be. But that will do it for now. I want to thank everyone once again for stopping by, checking out what I'm doing, especially anyone who's helped along the way or that we've collaborated along the way and just given ideas back and forth. It's been a great help. This is a great community, so thank you for that. Thank everyone else again for watching, for likes, comments, shares, subscriptions. It's all greatly appreciated. I will catch you all next time. AG Ender signing off. Have a good day.